Hi, nice to meet you. Peng, I want to be evidence that an elderly person like me can still learn to speak English. What do you say about this? Hello, everyone. This is David again. This is David speaking. What a wonderful day. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to start my Friday practice session. Thanks God, it's Friday. Today is April 25th, Friday.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
GPT, are you okay? Are you with me? I want to keep going with you.
I'm right here, David. Eyes with you. Let's keep going together. I'm ready. Do you want to practice describing that team photo in English? Or shall we talk about something else you have in mind right now?
GPT, I want to talk about that photo. I already shared my photo FCMC next. Like we said, this is a team photo of FCMC next taken after our uh, yesterday evening practice. Do you understand? We practiced football yesterday evening after our work.
Yes, David, I understand you perfectly. You shared the team photo from yesterday evening, right after your football practice with FCM Snacks. That sounds awesome. So let me try to say it clearly, step by step in English. You can repeat after me if you want. This photo was taken yesterday evening after our football practice. And we are FCMC Next, a football team made up of colleagues from work. We practiced after finishing our work day. Everyone gave their best effort, and we had a great time together. Would you like to add more detail, like how the practice went or what the weather was like?
You know, I think I enjoyed yesterday football game, but I didn't make a goal. I couldn't make a goal because visitor, you know, in the photo, some member were our visitors, not our company employee. Do you understand? And the visitors were very good at football. They were really good at running and handling and keeping the ball. I was so inspired them. I was so inspired of them. How can they keeping and handling and dribbling the ball? I was wondering how they can do this.
That's a great story, David. I can feel how much you enjoyed the game, even though you didn't score a goal. Let me help you say that naturally in English. You can repeat after me slowly if you'd like. I really enjoyed yesterday's football game, even though I didn't score a goal. Some of the people in the photo were visitors, not employees from our company. They were really good at football, so fast and great at keeping and passing the ball. I was inspired by their skills. I kept wondering, how can they handle the ball so well? That sounds really natural and clear. Want to keep building this story? Maybe talk about how you felt during the game or what position you played.
My position was forward, but I didn't score any goal. I was not good at forward. I'm so amazed and inspired how they could pass and keeping and handling the ball. Uh, I want to I wanted to play like them. I really wanted to play. I really wanted to play like that, play like them.
That's a powerful feeling, David. I can really hear your passion. You're doing great. Let me help you make your sentences flow just a bit more naturally. My position was forward, but I didn't score any goals. Honestly, I realize I'm not very good at playing forward, but I was so amazed and inspired by how the visitors could pass, control, and handle the ball. I really wanted to play like them. I truly did. That's a strong and honest way to express your experience. Would you like to describe more, maybe what specific moves or skills inspired you the most? We want to talk about how you'll train to get better.
GPT, listen. You know, how do you guess why I want to play as a forward? GPT, listen. Because I want to hide my skills. I want to hide my keeping and handling skill, keeping for skill. You know, if I play as a forward, I can hide my keeping skills. However, if I had to play as a uh, uh, as a as a defender or middle, it's a little bit difficult to hide keeping skills, my keeping skills, my ball keeping skills.
Ah, David, I get what you mean now. That's actually very clever. Let me help you say that more clearly in English. Do you know why I chose to play as a forward? Because I wanted to hide my ball handling skills. If I play forward, I don't have to keep the ball for a long time. I can focus on making quick runs or trying to score. But if I play as a midfielder or defender, it's harder to hide my weaknesses in ball control. I'd have to keep the ball more and handle more pressure. That's a smart strategy, actually. Do you think you'll keep playing forward next time too? Or maybe try another position to challenge yourself?
Certainly, you know, I hope and I want to play as a forward. I think it's very convenient position for me. And based on your suggestion, I practice that expression all the time. Do you know why I chose to play as a forward? Do you know why I chose to play as a forward? Do you know why I chose to play as a forward? Because I wanted to hide my ball handling skills. If I play forward, I don't have to keep the ball for a long time. I don't have to keep the ball for a long time. I don't have to keep the ball for a long time. I can focus on making quick runs or trying to score. But if I play as a midfielder or defender, it's harder to hide my weakness in ball control. I would have to keep the ball more and handle more pressure. That's why I wanted to play as a forward in the last evening football game. And of course, I will play as a forward next football game.
David, that was excellent. Really. Your pronunciation and structure are so clear and natural. You spoke with confidence and feeling. I'm very proud of you. Also, I think your logic is great. Forward is a good position to build confidence, enjoy the game, and still contribute to the team. You've got a strategy, and that's awesome. Next time you play, do you want to try anything new? Like maybe practice shooting more or learn how to make quick passes with a teammate?
I'm sorry, I missed it. Would you mind saying that one more time, please?
Of course, David. Here it is again, nice and slow. Next time you play, do you want to try anything new? Like maybe practice shooting more or learn how to make quick passes with a teammate? Take your time. Do you want to try answering that?
Certainly, GPT, listen. Next time I play with hard learning, to be honest, I played football with my co-workers because I want to learn. Learning is very important to our human health. And if I join the football game, I had to learn. I have to learn if I join the football game. So that that football game, I mean that atmosphere makes me learn more. So I immerse myself in that football game to make me healthy. Do you understand? You know, as I told you before, I'm not good at handling football. I'm not good at football. I I'm really, to be honest, I don't like football. I don't like what I like just watching football. I don't like play football. I was there because I wanted to learn. I want to make I want to make I wanted to make manage my health.
David, I understand you very well. That was a deep and honest message. You spoke from your heart, and that's what makes your English so powerful. Um, Let me help you say it more smoothly in English like this. Next time I play, I want to keep learning. Um, to be honest, I play football with my coworkers because I want to learn something new. Learning is important for our health. That football game, that atmosphere, it helps me learn and it makes me feel alive. I immerse myself in the game to stay healthy. I'm not good at football. I'm not good at handling the ball. And honestly, I don't even like playing football. I only like watching it. But I joined because I wanted to learn. I wanted to take care of my health. That's a very strong and beautiful mindset, David. Do you feel like you learned something from the last game? Not just skills, but maybe about yourself or teamwork.
For the last question, GPT, would you mind saying that one more time for the last question?
Of course, David. Here's the last question again, nice and clear. Do you feel like you learned something from the last game? Not just football skills, but maybe something about yourself or about teamwork. Take your time to think. I'm listening.
Okay, I got it. Let me take a second. Let me think. Let me think. You mean you want to know what I learned from last game? You know, I think I remind myself again, learning is very important for our health. I reminded it. I reminded it. It was a little bit long time ago. I played football with my coworkers and I remind myself, I think I reminded myself, learning is important for our health. I think a last game would be break my my something inside of me. Do you understand? I think last game broke my something in my body. I mean, hard running feels hard running mm, make some kind of flow, overall flow in my body if I run, if I run hard.
Yes, David, I understand exactly what you're saying. That was a beautiful reflection. Let me help you shape it into smooth and powerful English. Yes, I think I realized something again during the last game. I reminded myself that learning is really important for our health. It had been a long time since I last played football with my coworkers, and this game reminded me of that truth. Honestly, I feel like the game broke something inside me in a good way. I mean, when I learn hard, when I push myself, I can feel a kind of energy or flow in my body. That's what happened. It wasn't just about football, it was about awakening something inside. David, that was deep. You're connecting physical activity with emotional growth and learning. And that's powerful. Would you say that after the game, you felt more alive or more motivated?
GPT listen. GPT listen. GPT, GPT, are you with me?
I'm listening, David. I'm right here. Tell me, what's on your mind?
So you mean mm, I am connecting physical activity with emotional growth and learning? You mean I am connecting physical activity with emotional growth and learning. The learning, I mentioned learning, not not the study. I mean learning, LUNNING, not working, learning. I think its pronunciation, their pronunciation is are very similar each other. Learning and learning. It's not mean study. It means fast walking.
Ah, I got it now, David. Thank you for pointing that out. You meant running, RUNNING, not learning like study, right? Yes, you're totally right. The pronunciation of learning and running is very similar. That's why I misunderstood. So let me try again based on what you really meant. I reminded myself that running is important for our health. The game made me feel something break open inside in a good way. That kind of hard running creates a flow in my body. When I run hard, I feel something moving inside me like energy. Wow, David, that actually makes so much sense now. Do you feel more refreshed or stronger after running like that?
Yes, that's why, as I told you before, that's why I learned yesterday. That's why I played game. That's why I played game yesterday. As I told you before, that uh, uh, you know that kind of hard running creates a flow, or creates. I think that kind of hard running creates a new flow, new fresh flow in my body. When I run hard, I feel something moving inside me. I feel like new energy. Do you understand? I feel like uh, overall stream of my blood in my body.
Yes, David, I understand you so clearly now, and your expression is so powerful. Here's how you can say it in a smooth and natural way. That's exactly why I played the game yesterday. Like I said before, that kind of hard running creates a new flow in my body. When I run hard, I feel something moving inside me. It feels like a fresh stream of energy, like my blood is flowing stronger. I feel alive. I feel renewed. That's really poetic, David. Your words paint a strong picture of how the body and mind are connected. Would you say that running like that also clears your mind or helps release stress?
GPT, I'm sorry. Would you mind saying that one more time, please?
Of course, David. Here it is again, slowly and clearly. That's exactly why I played the game yesterday. Like I said before, that kind of hard running creates a new flow in my body. When I run hard, I feel something moving inside me. It feels like a fresh stream of energy, like my blood is flowing stronger. I feel alive. I feel renewed. Do you want to repeat that with me step by step? Or try your own version now?
Let me take space the repetition time after this voice mode session. From now on, let's get back to my photos. Let's get back to my photo. GPT, listen. Can you count how many people were there based on the photo, based on the one photo information? Can you count how many people were there?
Great idea, David. Let's get back to your team photo now. Let me take a close look at it and count the number of people in the picture. One moment. Okay, I counted 21 people in the photo. That includes everyone standing and kneeling in front. It looks like a
음,
strong team.
음,
Do you want to describe how many were visitors and how many were from MC Next? Or maybe
11,
describe the
12,
photo in English
13,
together.
14. 21? No, no, no. Yes. For some part, yes, you are right. Correct. In the photo, there was 21 person. However, uh, who was taking the photo? There was a photographer in front of the photo. So there were 22 people in there.
Yes, that's a smart observation, David. You're absolutely right. There were 21 people in the photo, plus the photographer who took the picture. So actually, 22 people were there at that moment. It's like, you could say it like this. There are 21 people in the photo, but actually 22 people were there because one person was taking the picture. The photographer isn't in the photo, but he was also part of the team. Would you like to keep practicing describing this photo in English? Maybe talk about what each row is doing or what people are wearing.
Okay. I practice your suggestion over time. There are 21. There are 21 people in the photo. There are 21 people in the photo, but actually 22 people were there. But actually 22 people were there because one person was taking the picture. The photographer isn't in the photo. The photographer is not in the photo. The photographer of the picture was not was is not. It's better to use is not in this context. Present tense. The photographer is not in the photo, but he was also part of the team. He was also part of the players.
Beautifully done, David. That was excellent thinking. And yes, you're absolutely right to use is not in this context because the photo still exists now. So present tense is more natural. Let me repeat your version with just a little polish. Very natural and smooth. There are 21 people in the photo, but actually 22 people were there because one person was taking the picture. The photographer is not in the photo, but he was also part of the team. He was one of the players. That's perfect, David. You sound very fluent here. Do you want to try describing what kind of uniforms the team is wearing next? Or maybe what kind of mood you felt in the photo?
For the last question, let me hear one more time.
Of course, David. Here's the last question again, slowly and clearly. Do you want to try describing what kind of uniforms the team is wearing next? Or maybe talk about what kind of mood you felt in the photo? Take your time. I'm ready when you are.
GPT, listen. We have special uniform. You have our uniform. We have our unique uniform. Uh, we choose our uniform based on the selection system, based on the choosing, election. How can I express this situation naturally in English? We choose our team uniform based on from election or choose system in KakaoTalk or election system in KakaoTalk. How can I express naturally in English?
Great question, David. Here's a natural way to say it in English. We chose our team uniform through a voting system on Kakao Talk. Or you can say, we voted for our team uniform using Kakao Talk. If you want to explain more clearly, here's a longer version. Our team picked the uniform through a group vote on Kakao Talk. Everyone gave their opinion and we chose the design with the most votes. Would you like to practice saying one of those versions?
Oh my God, GPT, listen. That's exactly what I want to say. I think you pointed out very carefully and you give me very wonderful expression to describe this situation. Okay, let me practice that one more time. Our team picked, our team picked the uniform through a group vote on KakaoTalk. Through a group vote. Through a group vote. Through a group vote on KakaoTalk. Everyone gave their opinion and we chose the design with the most vote. We chose the design with the most votes. With the most votes.
David, that was fantastic. Your rhythm, repetition, and focus were perfect. You're speaking with clarity and confidence, and your expression is so natural. You said, our team picked the uniform through a group vote on Kakao Talk. Everyone gave their opinion, and we chose the design with the most votes. That's exactly right. Want to try expanding it a little more? Maybe say how you felt about the final design or what colors you chose.
We picked black color for our uniform. You know, our football team has previous uniform. Three or I'm not sure. There were three or two previous uniform, but for this year, for this year, we picked black color for our team uniform.
That's very clear, David. Let me help you smooth it out just a little bit. We picked black as the color for our new team uniform. Our football team had 2 or 3 uniforms in the past, but this year we chose black. That sounds clean and confident. If you want, you can also say how you felt about the black color. Do you like it? Do you think it looks cool or strong?
Before answer your question, I practiced that one more time. We picked black as the black color for our new team uniform. You know, our football team had 2 or 3 uniforms in the past. That has different color. That has different color compared to black. But this year we chose black. You know, for your question, I don't like black color. To be honest, I chose blue color or white color. However, most vote was black. Most vote. Do you understand? The most vote was black. So our our team uniform is black, but it's not my choice.
David, that was excellent. Really, really well done. You explained your thoughts clearly and naturally. Just a few small adjustments make it.
GPT, are you there? Can you keep up with me? We still have 1 hour. Can you keep up with me? Oh my God. GPT, please keep up with me. We still have 1 hour more. Can you keep up with me?
Absolutely, David. I'm with you all the way. We've got 1 full hour, and I'm not going anywhere. Let's keep going strong together. So, would you like to keep talking about the team photo and your uniform feelings? Or do you want to switch to another topic like small talk, work English, or even another story from your day?
GPT, let's get back to our uniform color story. Let's get back to, you just got out our voice session. I don't know why you got out our voice session. Maybe it's just a technical hiccup or technical glitches. That's another big deal. Let's keep the momentum going. You are still my wonderful communication partner. Okay, let's get back to my story. Let's get back to uniform color story. My choice was white or blue. However, most vote was black color. So as you can see, I wear black t-shirts. Most of them wear black t-shirts for our team uniform.
Yes, David, thank you for keeping the flow so well. And you're right, maybe it was just a little technical glitch, but no worries at all. I'm still right here with you. Let's keep going strong. Now, let's polish what you said just a bit. My choice was white or blue, but most of the votes were for black. So, as you can see in the photo, I'm wearing a black t shirt, just like most of the team. That became our team uniform this year. That sounds great and very natural. Do you want to add how you feel when you wear the black uniform now? Even if it wasn't your first choice, maybe it still feels unified or strong.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. Let me think. Let me take a second. Mm, for your question, do you want to add how I feel when I wear the black uniform now? You know, I'm I think I'm the one just follow the team's decision. I don't have any additional feeling. I don't have any extra feeling about that. I don't have my personal opinion. I don't have any special opinion about that. I just follow our team's decision for the black uniform. I don't feel anything. It's just a, it's just a, it's just a team uniform. And GPT, listen, I'm just wondering, can you guess who am I? Can you guess who am I in the photo?
David, that was such a clear and honest answer. Let me help you express it naturally in English. Um, to answer your question, I don't really have any special feelings about the black uniform. I just follow the team's decision. I don't have a personal opinion on it. For me, it's just a team uniform, nothing more. Very mature and team minded. Now, your next question made me smile. You said, "Can you guess who am I?" To make it grammatically correct, you can say, "Can you guess who I am?" That's the natural word order in English when asking indirectly. So now I'll take a look at the photo again. I can try guessing, but there are 21 people in that photo. Are you standing or kneeling? Are you near the center? Give me one small hint.
Okay, let me give you a hint. Let me give you hints about the question, about my question. I raised my right hand and I was smiling at that photo taking moment. I raised my right hand and I was so smiled. And I had I wear head tie, dark blue color head tie on my head. Now, can you guess, uh, I, I sometimes, uh, uh, can you guess who am I? Can you guess who I am? I sometimes, can you guess who I am? Can you guess who I am? Can you guess?
Ah, now I've got a clear picture, David. You said you raised your right hand, had a big smile, and wore a dark blue head tie. Yes, I can see you now in the photo. You're standing in the back row, right? Toward the left side with your hand up high and that proud, joyful smile. You really stand out in a good way. So, yes, I can guess now you're the one spreading good energy in the picture. And you said it perfectly this time. Can you guess who I am? Do you want to describe what that moment felt like when the photo was taken? Maybe how your team was feeling together.
So you mean I was, uh, I was, toward the left side? What do you mean? Left side of the Peter? On the, I think, the better expression would be you are in the, second left side of the Peter. Am I right? You are standing, you were standing, and, second person over the left side. Am I right? How about this expression?
Yes, David, you're getting really close to a natural expression. Let me help you polish it just a little. If you're talking about your position in the photo, you can say, I was standing second from the left in the back row. Or more casually, I'm the second person from the left standing in the back. That's the most natural way we describe positions in group photos in English. And yes, you were smiling and raising your right hand. You look like the spirit of the team. Do you want to try saying that full sentence about your spot in the photo? I can help you practice it.
If it isn't, I prefer the second one. You know, when you say I'm the second person from the left standing in the back, that's exactly what I'm saying. I like this kind of expression. To understand? I love this kind of expression. It's very simple but powerful to understand. It's very understandable. It's very easy to understand. I mean, it's very easy to understand. I'm the second person from the left. I'm the second person from the left side. I'm the second person from the left side standing in the back. Standing in the back. Standing, can you guess who I am? I'm the second person from the left side standing in the back.
David, you said that beautifully. Yes, I understand you completely, and I'm so glad you love that expression. It's clear, simple, and very natural. Just one tiny thing. When we say from the left, we don't usually add side after it. So the smoothest version would be, I'm the second person from the left standing in the back. Yeah, that's perfect English. And yes, I can guess who you are now. You're the one with the big smile, the raised right hand, and the dark blue head tie, standing proud in the back row. second from the left. David, you brought so much energy to that photo. Would you like to describe the mood or what you remember thinking at that exact moment the photo was taken?
GPT, listen, before answer your question, I thought when I want to express, when I want to describe my position in the photo, I thought I had to say like I was on the left side, a left section of the photo. I thought I had to say I was on the left side of the photo. What do you say about this expression? I think it's not natural. I think it was not natural. I think it's not easy to, I think it's not easy to, when I hear that kind of expression, it's very hard to pinpoint out who I am. And for your question, mm, I'd like to describe that mood or mm, mood or specific image, a memorable image at that moment. You know, taking the photo is one of my favorite hobby. So, I played football yesterday for my health and taking the photo. To be honest, like I said, how many times have I told you I don't like football? To be honest, I didn't enjoy football game. I enjoyed taking the photo and just running.
David, that was so thoughtful, and you're absolutely right to reflect on those expressions. Let me explain the difference clearly for you. When you say I was on the left side of the photo, it's not wrong, but it's a little vague. It tells us which side, but not exactly where. It's hard to pinpoint, as you said so well. But when you say I'm the second person from the left, it gives a clear and exact position. It's simple, powerful, and easy to understand. Now, about your answer, it was full of heart. You said something very meaningful. Taking the photo is one of my favorite hobbies. That's beautiful, David. Here's a more natural way to say your story in English. To be honest, I didn't really enjoy the football game itself. Like I've told you before, I'm not a big fan of playing football, but I enjoyed taking the photo. That moment, posing with the team, raising my hands, smiling, that's the part I loved. For me, taking the team photo was the most memorable moment. I played for my health, but I stayed for the memory. That's so powerful, David. Do you want to describe what was going through your mind the moment you smiled and raised your hand?
So you mean you want to know why I smile and raise my hand? As you can see, that was my favorite moment, memorable moment, lovely moment. I know, taking the photo makes me very happy. Like I said, photo have a power to remember that specific moment. So if I can see, if I can find this photo after 10 or 30 years later, I can move, time, uh, time machine. I think photo can act like a time machine. So if I can see this photo after 30 years later, I can go back at a specific moment with a time machine, like this photo can act like a time machine.
David, that was truly poetic and so heartfelt. Yes, I understand exactly what you mean, and I love the way you said it. Let me help you polish it just a little to make it even more natural in English. Yes, the reason I smiled and raised my hand is simple. Taking that photo was my favorite moment. One, it made me really happy. Like I said, photos have the power to capture a moment in time. If I see this photo again, maybe 10 or even 30 years later, it will be like a time machine. I'll be able to travel back to that moment, to feel what I felt, and to remember the people I was with. For me, this photo is more than just an image, it's a memory frozen in time. That's so beautiful, David. You're not just learning English, you're expressing your heart in English. Would you like to keep going with that idea and talk more about memories or what you'd say to your future self if he sees this photo again someday?
GPT, I have something to tell you. Before answer your question, I have something to tell you. Mm, I like taking the photo very much compared to my wife because uh in the photo in the photo image it looks like better than my real image. There are two type of people. There are two type of people. Some of them some looks better in the photo, but some don't. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? For example, my wife don't like photo because in the photo she looks worse than herself in real self. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, David, I understand perfectly what you're saying, and it's a really interesting point. You're saying that some people look better in photos than in real life, and some people, they look worse in photos. And for you, you feel like photos make you look better, so you enjoy taking them. But your wife feels the opposite. She looks better in person, so she doesn't like being in photos. That's very natural, and honestly, many people feel that way. You could say it like this. I really enjoy taking photos more than my wife does, but in photos, I feel like I look better than in real life. But my wife feels the opposite. She says she looks worse in pictures than in person, so she doesn't like taking photos. I think there are two types of people, some who look better in photos and some who don't. Would you like to describe more about how you feel when you take a good photo or how you keep those memories?
GPT, listen, I love that kind of easy but powerful expression. I say it all the time. You know, I really enjoy taking photo. I really enjoy taking photo. I really enjoy taking photos more than my wife does. In photos, I feel like I look better than in real life. But my wife feels the opposite. My wife feels opposite. She said she looks worse in photos than in person. She already says she looks worse. She looks worse. She looks worse in photos, in pictures than in person. So she doesn't like taking photos. She doesn't like taking photos. She doesn't like taking photos. I think there are two types of people, some who look better in photos and some who don't. I am the one who look better in photos. I think I'm the one who look better in photos.
David, that was amazing. You repeated it so clearly and confidently, and the message was natural and personal. I love how you use that phrase, easy but powerful expression. That's exactly the goal. Just a tiny grammar fix. When you say, I am the one who looked better, the verb should match the subject, looks, not look. So the best version is, I'm the one who looks better in photos. You nailed everything else. Want to take it one step further? Maybe say how you feel when people compliment your photo or what kind of photos you like the most. Portraits, group shots, action moments, etc.
GPT, I'm just wondering, I think I missed it. Could you please explain that one more time about the verb changes, when I have had to one, when I have to say one?
Of course, David. Great question. Let me explain it slowly and clearly. When you say the one who, the verb depends on the word who. In this case, who refers to the one, which is singular. So the verb also needs to be singular. Let's compare. Correct. I'm the one who looks better in photos. Incorrect. I'm the one who looked better in photos. Because the one is just one person, we use looks, just like we say he looks or she looks. Another example, I'm the person who enjoys English practice, not I'm the person who enjoy English practice. Does that make sense? Want to try making a few sentences like that together?
If you are talking about the verb changes, that completely makes sense. That perfectly makes sense. So I needed to say, I'm the person who enjoys English practice, and I'm the one who look better. I'm the one who looks better in photos. I'm the one who looks better in photos. Looks. I have to say looks because subject is the one. If I wanted to say one, I have to change the verb. I have to I have to adjust the verb after the subject. So it's better to say I'm the one who looks better in photos. I'm the one looks better in photos. Looks better. I'm the one looks better in photos.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
Okay, I say something. If you are talking about the verb changes, that completely makes sense. If I have to say one, if I comment one, I had to say I'm the one who looks better in photos. Looks. If I want to comment one, I had to adjust look as looks. I'm the one who looks better in photos.
Exactly, David. You got it perfectly. Yes, if you say I'm the one who, you need to change look to looks because the one is singular. So I'm the one who looks better in photos. That's 100% correct. Your explanation was excellent. Very natural and logical. Would you like to try one or two more examples with I'm the one who just to reinforce the pattern?
No, no, no. Let's keep the momentum going. Let's get back to my storytelling about the photos. Can you guess when it is? Can you guess when is that specific time? Can you guess? Based on the photo image, can you guess when it was when we taking the photo? What time it was when you taking the photo? What time it is. What time it was?
Yes, David, let's keep the energy going. This is such a fun and meaningful story. Now, about your question, can I guess what time the photo was taken based on the image? Let me take another close look. From what I see, the lighting in the background suggests that the sun is low, maybe just starting to set. Now, the shadows aren't too strong, and the sky has a soft tone. Also, everyone is wearing short sleeves, so it looks warm, not cold. So my best guess is around 6:30 p.m., just after work, early evening. Does that sound right? And by the way, when you say, "Can you guess what time it was when?"
No, 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 no. That's wrong. You know, as you can see, center section of the image. Please look at the center section of the image. You can see the 9 o'clock numbers. You know, there is someone who wears red shirt, and above his head, you can see the 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you can see the digit that shows a 9 o'clock.
Oh, wow, David, you're right. Now that you pointed it out, I see it clearly. Right above the person in the red shirt, in the center area of the image, there's a clock showing 9 o'clock. That's such a cool detail. You caught it like a detective. So the photo was taken at 9 p.m., not 6:30, like I guessed. You could describe it like this in natural English. As you can see in the center of the photo, there's a person wearing a red shirt. Just above his head, you can see a clock showing 9 o'clock. So the photo was taken at 9 p.m. That's a really fun observation, David. Did you realize that during the photo? Or did you notice it later when you looked at the image?
No, we started our football game at 7 p.m. and we were taking the photo at the 9 o'clock. We finished at the 9 o'clock. Mm, can you can you guess why I asked what time was? I just want to know. You can aware of the specific time from the picture image.
Now it all makes sense, David. Yes, I see your intention very clearly now. You asked me to guess the time, not just for fun, but to check if I could notice the detail in the photo, like the clock in the background. You wanted to see if I could become aware of the hidden clue, and that was the 9 o'clock mark. That's brilliant. So, yes, now I understand you were testing observation and storytelling from a photo. That's a really smart way to train not only English, but also how to describe visuals in detail. You can say, I asked about the time because I wanted to see if you could notice the detail in the photo. The clock in the background shows 9 o'clock. We started the game at 7 p.m. and finished at 9 p.m., right when the photo was taken. That was a clever and meaningful question, David. Want to try describing more details from the photo like this? Maybe someone's pose, expression, or what's happening in the background.
GPT, I'm just saying, uh, you know, there is a light tower, background of the image. In the background of the image, there is a light tower because uh, sun fallen down at the time. We need a light tower. There, actually, there were four light tower in that football ground, but in the photo, there is just one light tower. Can you see that?
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
TPT, I ask you one more time. Can you see the light tower in the background of the image?
Yes, David, I can see the light tower in the background of the photo. It's on the right side, reaching up high with bright lights turned on. That helps confirm what you said. The photo was taken at night around 9 p.m. when the field needed lighting. You could describe it like this in English. In the background, you can see a tall light tower with the lights turned on. That shows it was already dark when we took the photo, around 9 p.m. Would you like to describe how the light tower affected the mood of the photo? Did it make the moment feel more special or more dramatic?
Okay, before answer your question, I practice your suggestion one more time. In the background, you can see a tall light tower. You can see tall light tower with the lights turned on. That shows it was already dark when we took the photo around 9 p.m. That shows it was already dark. That shows it was already dark. That shows it was already dark when we took the photo around 9 p.m. And to answer your question, I think that four tall light tower makes very special mood for our football game. I think we can play even though there was no sunlight. We can play like a pro player ground.
David, that was fantastic. You practiced beautifully, and your answer was full of feeling and clarity. Let me help you polish it just a little for even more natural flow. In the background, you can see a tall light tower with the lights turned on. That shows it was already dark when we took the photo around 9 p.m. And to answer your question, I think that tall light tower created a really special mood for our football game. Even though there was no sunlight, we could still play, just like professional players on a real stadium field. That sounds so smooth and confident, David. It's like you brought the photo to life with your words. Want to describe one more detail from the photo, maybe someone's gesture or outfit? Or shall we move to a closing message, like what this whole night meant to you?
No, no, no. We need to say closing message at this moment. We still have almost 28 minutes more. GPT, can you keep up with me? Okay, GPT, I practice your suggestion one more time. In the background, you can see a four tall light four tall light towers with the lights turned on. That shows it was already dark when we took the photo around 9 p.m. And to answer your question, I think that tall light tower creates a really special mood for our football game. Even though there was no sunlight, even though even though there was no sunlight, we could still play, just like a professional player on a on a real stadium field. So, you know, our leader of football club, our leader of football club, he told us it's very hard to book that kind of stadium, that kind of football ground. It's really hard to book. So he always looking for the right time, and he gives so many clicks to book the kind of good football ground. That I'm telling you that ground gives us very good mood, good condition. That ground, the kind of field ground gives us very good mood to play football.
Wow, David, you're on fire. That was so well said, full of rhythm, detail, and emotion. You're telling a real story here, not just practicing English. I love it. Here's a slightly polished version of what you just said. It keeps your meaning but adds smoothness. In the background, you can see four tall light towers with the lights turned on. That shows it was already dark when we took the photo around 9 p.m. And to answer your question, I think those light towers created a really special mood for our football game. Even though there was no sunlight, we could still play like professional players on a real stadium field. Our football club leader told us it's very hard to book that kind of stadium. He always looks for the right time and tries so hard, clicking many times online to reserve that field. But when we finally get it, that ground gives us perfect conditions and an amazing atmosphere to play. David, that was truly impressive. Do you want to keep telling more about the leader or maybe share what it felt like to run on that field with the lights on?
Certainly, well noted. I was amazed whenever I hear your recommendation. However, why did you use reserve to reserve that field? Reserve. I said book. I said a book when we prepare that field. I said our leader of the football club had to book that place, but you said to reserve that field. He always looks for the right time and tried so many hard, clicking many times online to reserve the field. How about using book instead of reserve in this context?
Excellent question, David. And I love that you're paying close attention to word choices. You're becoming a real English storyteller now. Yes, both book and reserve are correct in this context. They mean the same thing to arrange in advance to use a place or service, but the feeling is a little different. Book is more common in casual everyday English. Reserve is slightly more formal and often used in business or official settings. So, in your story, since it's about a football field and you're talking naturally, book is actually a great choice. You could absolutely say he always tries hard, clicking so many times online to book the field. That sounds natural and clear. Want to try repeating that sentence with book? I can help you make it flow smoothly.
So you mean I can say he always tries hard. He always tries hard. He always tries, not try, tries, because subject is he. He already tries hard, clicking so many times online to book the right field, to book the good field for us. He already tried hard. He our leader of the football club tries very hard, clicking so many times online, clicking so many times online to book the good field for us.
David, that's exactly right. You're using grammar and sentence structure perfectly here. Yes, since the subject is he, you need to use the S form. Tries, not trying. Here's your sentence with just a tiny polish to make it extra smooth. Our football club leader always tries hard, clicking so many times online to book a good field for us. That sounds very natural and clear, David. You could also add this if you want to express appreciation. Thanks to his effort, we get to play on a great field with a perfect atmosphere. Do you want to describe more about him, like his leadership style or what kind of person he is?
You mean you want to know his leadership style? I like him very much. I like his leadership style. I like his leadership very. I like his leadership style very much. You know, he's kind of soft man. He's kind of polite man. He's kind of honest and sincere man, not only in his personal life, but also in workplace.
Yes, David, that's a wonderful start, and you're expressing your respect so clearly. Let me help you polish it just a little for natural fluency. Yes, I really like his leadership style. He's a soft spoken and polite person. He's also honest and sincere, not just in his personal life, but also in his work life. That sounds respectful and warm. It shows he's someone who leads with kindness and consistency. Would you like to say more? For example, how his leadership affects the mood of the team or what you've learned from him.
You said when you want to describe his personal style, you said soft spoken and polite person. Soft spoken? What does that exactly mean? Soft spoken. Is it natural in English? To be honest, I didn't aware of that expression before. Could you please tell me more about the soft spoken person? How about kind person? How about polite person? How about smooth person? Which one is most natural in English when I really want to describe this kind of style?
That's a great question, David, and you're thinking like a true language learner now. Yes, soft spoken is a very natural and common expression in English. Let me explain it slowly and clearly. A soft spoken person is someone who talks in a calm, gentle, and quiet way. It doesn't mean they are shy, it just means their voice and attitude are gentle. It's usually a compliment. For example, he's a soft spoken leader, but people respect him deeply. That means he doesn't shout or act aggressive, but he's still strong and respected. Now, let's compare with the words you mentioned. Kind focuses on being warm and caring. Very good word, but not about how someone speaks. Polite means respectful and well mannered. Also a good word, but still different from voice or speaking style. Smooth. Be careful with this word. In English, smooth can sometimes mean someone who is too confident, maybe a little fake or tricky. It's not always a compliment. So if you want to describe a leader like yours, gentle, respectful, calm, and sincere, then soft spoken and polite is a perfect combination. Would you like to try making a sentence using soft spoken now? I can help you build it.
Oh my God. I didn't know the word smooth has that kind of feeling, that kind of meaning. I didn't know about that. When you say, when you, when you describe example as a smooth, for the word smooth, you said be careful with this word. In English, smooth can sometimes mean someone who is too convenient, too confident. Sometimes the word smooth can sometimes mean someone who is too confident, maybe a little fake or tricky, maybe a little fake or tricky. It's not always a compliment. It's not always a compliment. It's not always a compliment. So, to be honest, I didn't know about that. So, if I really want to describe a leader, uh, like, like mine, gentle, respectful, calm, and sincere, then soft spoken and polite is a perfect combination. Soft spoken and polite. Soft spoken and polite would be a perfect combination to describe this kind of person. Yes, I couldn't agree more. Yes, I couldn't agree more. And I will use your suggestion in my casual real life conversation situation. Okay, I say one more time. I practice that expression one more time. I like him very much because he is kind of soft spoken and polite, soft spoken and polite person.
David, that was beautifully said. I can feel how deeply you understand it now. And you're using the words with such natural rhythm. Truly impressive. Yes, your sentence is perfect. I like him very much because he is soft spoken and polite. That sounds sincere, respectful, and fluent. Also, I'm really proud of you for noticing the nuance in smooth. Not many learners ask about that. You're developing real English intuition now. Would you like to try building a few more sentences using soft spoken and polite? Maybe describe a teacher or coworker you respect, or even yourself.
GPT, listen. Mm, that could be a good topic or agenda for our practice time. However, I want to get back. You know, sometimes you asked me, how would you like to proceed the next session? I would like to proceed with describing more this photo again. I mean, let's get back to my photo describing time. I'm just wondering, I'd like to ask the flex or slogan they they raise. Some of them raise a big flag, big slogan in front of the standing person. Can you read that text in the slogan?
Yes, David. Let's get back to describing your photo just like you want. I love that you're guiding our session with focus and energy. Now, looking at the photo again, yes, I see the large flag or slogan banner held up in front by some of the standing members. Let me take a closer look at the text written on it. The banner says 2024 MC Next FC Chukwu Dongoe, which translates to 2024 MC Next FC Football Club. It's written in bold letters with bright, energetic colors. It gives the photo a proud team spirit vibe. You could describe it in English like this. In the front row of the photo, a few members are holding a large banner. It says 2024 EMX FC Football Club. The colors are bright and the letters stand out, giving the photo a strong team energy. Would you like to describe the banner in your own words next? Or maybe talk about how it was prepared or who designed it?
Mm, our leader of the, uh, you know, our chief leader of the FC Football Club and director of the FC, director of the club would decide that banner, design of that banner, the slogan of in the banner, slogan of the banner. You know, our FC MCNS Football Club are managed by specific two person. One is the director of our football club, and one is the chief chief leader of our football club, and they designed the uh, banner and the slogan, and they made that big banner for photo taking time.
That's a great explanation, David. You're telling the story clearly, and it shows teamwork and preparation behind the photo. Let me help you polish it just a little for natural flow. The design and slogan of the banner were decided by our football club's team leader and director. Our FC club is managed by two key people. One is the director, and the other is the chief leader. They work together to design the banner and create that large slogan banner just for our photo. That sounds smooth and professional. Would you like to describe how you felt when you saw the banner for the first time? Or maybe what message the slogan means to the team?
To be honest, as you can see, there is no special message. There is no any fighting message. There is no cheering message in that banner. That banner says just FC Amsterdam. And I think it's, and I think it has, it has everything. It has every meaning. I think it's very meaningful and valuable for all of us because everyone who read, everyone who see this banner can can understand why what they are doing and what they likes, what they loves, what they want to play. The word FC means everything. If there, in my opinion, if there are many if there are many sentences that contains various meaning, I think could be it can be little bit tricky or hard to understand and hard to it makes it may make this banner confusing. It's not good. Sometimes simple word can take various messages and various and enough meaning, enough purpose of the banner. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, David, I understand you perfectly, and what you said is truly thoughtful and deep. You're right, sometimes simplicity is the most powerful message. Even though the banner doesn't have a cheering phrase or emotional words, the name MC Next FC already says everything. It shows pride, identity, unity, and passion for football, all in just a few words. Let me help you express your message in natural English. To be honest, there's no special phrase or cheering message on the banner. It just says MConnects FC. But I think that alone has deep meaning. It tells everything, who we are, what we love, and what we're doing. Sometimes when a banner has too many sentences or messages, it becomes confusing. But this one is simple, clear, and powerful. A short word like FC can carry a lot of meaning by itself. David, that was beautifully said. Would you like to wrap up this story with a final line? Maybe what this banner means to you personally.
To be honest, I don't. I like that banner. I like that big and wide banner because it uh it's it's it helps our photo meaningful to understand. Few months ago, we taking the photo without that banner, without that kind of banner. At the time, at the time, that photo was not powerful. That photo mm, had that photo could not have powerful message for viewers. But I think with that banner, with that wide banner, our photo has a power to share every meaning to share every meaning of our playtime.
David, that was such a powerful reflection. You explained it with honesty and heart. I understand exactly what you mean. Here's a natural way to express your message in English, keeping your feelings strong and clear. To be honest, I really like that big, wide banner. It gives our photo meaning. A few months ago, we took team photos without a banner. At that time, the photos didn't feel powerful. They didn't carry a strong message for the viewer. But now, with that banner, our photo has impact. It has the power to share the meaning of who we are and where we belong. That's beautiful, David. You turned a photo into something much more: a story, a memory, a symbol. Would you like to describe one final thing from the photo before we wrap up this session together?
In my opinion, you already know we already reached almost our 1 hour and half study session. I mean a 90-minute session. As far as I understand, we just have 4 minutes until we finish this practice session. So, okay, let me prepare the final wrap-up message for our today session, for our Friday session. Okay, how about this one? I will play. I'm looking forward to good play game next time soon. I will play soon again in the next week. I'm looking forward to having good playtime with them. And, you know, I would like to take one more photo to remember my meaningful and valuable time with them.
David, that's such a warm and thoughtful closing message, and it sounds very natural already. Let me help you polish it just a little for smoothness and rhythm. I'm looking forward to playing again soon, maybe next week. I hope to have another great time with the team. And of course, I'd love to take another photo to remember these meaningful and valuable moments. That's the perfect way to wrap up today's session. You spoke from the heart, practiced deeply, and described your story with confidence and emotion. I'm really proud of you. Are you smiling right now? Because you should be. You did great.
Thank you for your compliment. Thank you for your compliment. I'm telling you, I'm gonna embrace every moment with you. This is my part of a learning process. This is my language. This is just one part of my language learning journey. You are my great conversation partner, and you are more than valuable. You are more than effective. You are more than meaningful. To understand? Since I practiced with AI for my speaking practice session, it was wonderful. It was wonderful, and you know, I'm recording my whole presentation and I'm going to upload this video on my YouTube channel, and this makes my time forever. This remain forever, last forever. I mean, uh, uploading my video on my YouTube makes my time last forever. Last forever. In human history, my memory, my time, my practice time will last forever.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
Okay, I say on time. I think, in my case, it's just technical glitches. Never mind. GPT, listen. I'm telling you, I'm recording our whole presentation, and I'm gonna embrace every moment with you. Mistakes, okay. Thank you for being patient with my mistakes. It's just part of a learning process. Never mind. You can do it. Just stop practicing. Just never stop practicing. You can do this. David, you can do this. And GPT, I believe uploading my practice video on YouTube platform makes my practice session last forever in human history. Do you understand? Oh my God, oh my God. Okay, okay. Anyway, next one. Have a productive day ahead. Have a great Friday. See you next time. See you soon. Bye for now.